Many of you consuming this are outraged at Antonio Brown and have sympathy for the Oakland Raiders. Don't. In life, people treat you how you let them treat you. I learned that from Dr. Phil. Not only did the Raiders know what they were getting in Antonio Brown, they allowed him to treat them badly and encouraged it by incentivizing his bad behavior in the first place. Here's what I mean. The Pittsburgh Steelers didn't want to trade him and eat $20 million in dead cap money. Let's revisit the circumstances that made it possible. Last year, business was booming until AB got into an altercation with Ben Roethlisberger, who he would later tweet was never his friend. It's just petty. Skipping practice before having his agent inform Mike Tomlin of when he would or would not practice, Mike Tomlin rightfully said, "Nah, bro, that's not how this works." Thus, Brown missed the last regular season game that the Steelers needed to win to make the playoffs. He was there, but he watched it from the sidelines in a chinchilla coat, and then he left at halftime. The Raiders saw all that and said, yeah, not only will we trade 2 picks for that guy, we'll rip up his contract and give him a new deal with more guaranteed money. And since then, he dyed his mustache blonde, adopted Coolio's hairstyle from the Gangster's Paradise video, went to Russia for therapy, and left with frostbite on his feet, and had 2 grievances with the NFL over his helmet when he had 27 helmet options to choose from and a year to find one he likes. And those are not the most egregious things that he's done. Let's go to Wednesday, when he posted a letter on the gram calling his employer a hater for daring to fine him for not showing up at work. Then he confronted his GM at practice, where he allegedly called Mike Mayock a cracker and threatened to punch him in the face. Not ideal. On Thursday, he skipped his meeting with head coach Jon Gruden. And of course, on Friday, he stood in front of the team and apologized tearfully with his captains by his side. Then later that day, he posted a video of a private conversation with his head coach that he dropped on YouTube.
Yo, what's up, Coach?
What the hell's going on, man?
After threatening to suspend him, Jon Gruden said, no, it's all good. He's going to play on Monday Night Football after all. After all that, he was fined $215K for conduct detrimental to the team, and more importantly, he lost $30 million in guaranteed money. So since he negotiates via social media, Brown did this. He posted an inspirational quote with a caption saying, "Release me, Raiders." They did, 2 hours later. And of course, naturally, he filmed his response.
Raiders free! Bro,
Before 5 p.m., he agreed to terms with the Patriots, which he also posted about. Apparently, Brown likes his mentions more than he likes his money, but this isn't about him. This is about the Raiders, because they are the losers, not Brown here. At least Brown got a free trip to Winnipeg on his way to catching passes from the GOAT in Tom Brady. The Raiders didn't get a snap of football from him, just a bunch of embarrassing press conferences. Last year, right before the season, they lost their best player, Khalil Mack. This year, right before the season, they lost their best player, Antonio Brown. After all of that, they traded Amari Cooper and Khalil Mack because they had the audacity to want to get paid what they are worth. What a novel concept. Now they're both playing for playoff teams, and the Raiders aren't any closer to the postseason themselves, and they couldn't even trade Brown when they tried. First. That's where AB ranks in yards, in catches, and TDs since 2013, but he also ranks first in drama. On Hard Knocks, Jon Gruden said he isn't into dreams, he's into nightmares. True words have never been spoken, because that's what they got, because that's what they asked for.